Hello everyone, this is still Sir Marvin Bartido. So we're going to continue our discussion for lesson 2, which is about the weight-volume relationship in soil. So for today's video class, we are going to solve sample problems no related to this topic. So let's get this started, class. Okay, so this is the summary of the formula that we are going to use in solving sample problems here. Okay, so gawa ka ng paraan, class, na ma-memorize mo itong mga ito, ha? Okay. For sample problem number 1, for a saturated soil, show that gamma sats equal to 1 plus W sub sat over 1 plus W sub sat times G sub S, that's quantity, times G sub S times gamma water. So in this case, class, this is proving, no, nitong relationship na ito. So we are going to prove na yung gamma sat equal talaga siya dito. So class, itong relationship na ito actually, ito class ay nakalagay doon sa table na ipinakita ko sa iyo from the previous video discussion natin. So nagbigay ako ng table class ng various relationship, no, for gamma dry, for gamma sat. So ito nandoon to class, yung gamma sat na ito. Okay. Anyway, so here class, to prove that gamma sat equal talaga siya dito class. So class, you have an option or you have options. Okay, kung ang gagalawin mo ba is itong gamma sat or ito. So you can either solve this, no, and prove na ito ay equal dito, or ito yung gagalawin mo. Okay, ito yung imamanipulate mo. Tapos, dapat ang lalabas is gamma sat. So, kung ako sa iyo, class, ito na lang yung galawin natin. Okay, so we are going to manipulate this, no, itong gamma sat. Tapos, papalabasin natin ito. Okay, so to solve this, so yung gamma sat class, 'di ba, ang formula natin dito class ay weight over volume. Wherein yung weight natin class, yan ay weight ng soil solid tapos weight ng water, no, over the total volume. Okay. So from here class, kailangan kasi class ito, 'di ba? Kailangan magawa natin ganito. So merong involvement ng water content dito class, oh. So kailangan may mapalabas tayo class na water content dito. So isip ka class, 'di ba class, yung water content yan ay equal sa weight ng water over weight ng soil solid. Tama? Ayan. So, ibig sabihin class, ito yung W sub S tsaka W sub W. Okay, so pwede natin yan kunin, no, in terms of water content. So, yung W sub W class, pwede natin itong i-express in terms of W times W sub S. Pwede natin itong cross-multiply, di ba? To solve for W sub W. And class, yung lupa natin dito ay saturated, ha? So, therefore, class, yung W natin or yung water content natin is in not saturated state din. So kaya class yung water content natin dito ay W sub sat times W sub S. Okay, so from here class, pwede nating i-factor out yung W sub S. Tama? So pwede natin i-factor out, tapos isama na rin natin yung V. Tapos yung matitira dito class ay ang mangyayari ito divide W sub S, so 1. Tapos ito divide dito, so yung matitira W sub sat. No, so ito na class yung mangyayari, no. So from here class, makikita natin na medyo nagkakaroon na ng liwanag, no, yung pagso-solve natin. So nagiging kamuka na siya, no. So here class, kailangan pa nating i-manipulate ito, yung W sub S over V. So i-ano pa natin siya, i-express pa natin siya sa kung saan natin siya pwedeng i-express. So class, here di ba yung G sub S, yan class ay specific gravity, no, ng soil solid, no? So yung mangyayari class, di ba yung formula niyan, W sub S over volume ng soil solid times gamma ng water. So pwede natin to gamitin para ma-express natin itong W sub S. No, kasi dito class, kailangan may mapalabas tayo na may specific gravity, eh. 'Di ba? So kailangan mai-express natin ito, yung term na to, in terms of specific gravity. So ito class yung pwede nating kuhanan. No? So yung W sub S dito class, no, yan ay equal sa G sub S times V sub S times gamma water. So ito 'yon. Yung W sub S, weight ng soil solid over volume. So class, 'di ba, doon sa ano natin, sa may derivation natin, no, pwede nating gamitin na na reference yung void ratio, no? 'Di ba class kapag yung void ratio, no, yung formula niya is volume ng voids over volume ng soil solid. So kapag ginawa nating 1, no, so i-assume lang natin na 1 para may makuha tayong relationship, ha. So yung volume ng soil solid class ay 1, no? So yung volume ng voids natin dito class, 'di ba? Saturated yung lupa natin, take note class. So yung voids natin dito ay water lang, ha. So therefore yung volume ng water natin equal sa ano, ha, sa E. Okay. So yung mangyayari dito class, itong V sub S natin, no, 1 yan. Tama? Tapos class yung total volume natin, to yon, 'di ba? 1 at saka volume ng voids which is E. No, so yun ay 1 plus E yung total volume natin. So pwede natin yan i-substitute dito class. So yung mangyayari, yung VS magiging 1 na lang yan. And then yung total volume will be 1 plus E. So from here, nagkakaroon na ba ng liwanag class? So ito GS times gamma W, ito na yun. So yung problema na lang natin dito class is itong nasa ilalim. No, so in this case class, 'di ba itong E, pwede natin 'yan i-express yung tawag dito, yung from Guess. Tama? From Guess, 'di ba? Class from Guess, kapag ito class ay saturated, kung yung lupa natin ay saturated, yung degree of saturation niya ay 1. So therefore, yung E class ay equal sa W times SAT or W sub SAT times G sub S. No, so pwede natin ito palitan, yung E, yung void ratio natin dito ng W sub SAT times G sub S. No, so therefore class, ito na yun. No, so we can prove from here class na dito class sa relationship na binigay sa problem, so yung gamma sat equal talaga siya dito class. Tama? So yun na class yung sagot para dito sa number 1. Na-prove na natin. Okay. For sample problem number 2, for a given soil, show that gamma sat is equal to n times 1 plus W sub sat over W sub sat times gamma water. So, here class, no, we are going to prove here that gamma sat is really equal to this. So, this is just the same as our sample problem number 1. No? So, we are proving relationships here. Okay, so in this case class, no, so again you have option kung ito ba yung gagalawin mo or ito. So mas maganda ko ito na lang galawin natin class, yung gamma sat. Okay, so yung gamma sat class, we already derived this kanina from sample problem number 1 na yung gamma sat class kasi kailangan natin siyang i-express in terms of this 'di ba? Para ma-prove natin 1 plus W sub sat. So kanina ito, napalabas na natin ito. But you can naman start from the beginning naman, no, na gamma sat equals sa weight over volume, wherein yung weight yan ng soil plus weight ng water, no, and then and so on and so forth. So pwede mo naman, no, isimulan siya from the start. Pero ito class, nakuha na natin ito. Okay, so dito class, ang medyo kahawig na dito is yung 1 plus W sub sat, no, dito. So yung natitira na lang class is yung gamma water times N, tapos ito yung nasa ilalim, water content. So dito class, ang gagalawin na lang natin is ito. Tama, yung W sub S at saka volume. So dito class, iisip tayo kung paano tayo may mapapalabas from here na merong gamma water, merong N, merong water content. So class, dun sa water content, di ba class yung water content, so kanina, nabanggit na rin natin ito, na yan class ay equal sa weight ng water over weight ng soil solid. So from here class, try natin na palitan ito. Itong weight ng soil solid, palitan natin in terms of water content at saka ito, weight ng water rather. So pwede nating i-cross multiply to, i-interchange itong W tsaka W sub S, no? So yung mangyari dito, W sub S equal to W sub W over water content. And yung water content natin dito class ay saturated, no? Since saturated yung lupa natin. So therefore, itong W sub S na to nga, yan ay magiging weight ng water over water content saturated. Okay? Tapos class dito, yung total volume natin dito class, yung gagamitin natin dito kasi class na reference is yung N. So kung i-drawing natin, yung natin, ito, ayan, para mapakita natin. Okay. So class, porosity yung magiging reference natin dito. So yung formula class ng porosity natin is volume ng void, tama, over total volume. Tama ba? Volume ng void over total volume. Okay. So, yung total volume class, yun yung gagawin nating 1. Para lang may makuha tayong relationship. No? So from here, class, yung total volume ay 1. Tapos, class, yung porosity natin dito or yung N, no? Kasi, class, yung volume ng voids natin dito will just be equal dun sa volume ng water since saturated yung lupa. Tama? So, yung volume ng void, equal siya sa volume ng water and equal din yan sa porosity. Tama? Okay, since, yung sa formula natin, class, ng porosity, N is equal to volume ng void over total volume. Kung yung total volume ay 1, therefore, yung N equal sa volume ng voids. Okay, so from here, class, ayun na nga, yung total volume natin dito, class, no? So, pwede na natin siyang palitan ng 1 dito. Okay, and then, from here, okay, so ito ring W subsat na to, pwede na nating ipasok dito, no? Tapos yung matitira na lang dito ay weight ng water. So, meron pa tayong kailangan, ito okay na, ito. Ang kailangan na lang nating mapalabas, class, is yung N at saka yung gamma water. So, in this case, class, ito yung meron tayo. Ayan. So, isip tayo, class, ng pwede nating pagkuhanan na relationship, no, na involve yung weight ng water at saka gamma ng water. Eh, di ba, class, yung gamma ng water equal siya sa weight ng water over volume ng water. So, pwede natin gamitin ito. Tama? So, yung weight ng water equal sa, or yung gamma water equal yan sa weight ng water over volume ng water. Okay, so pwede nating palitan ito ng gamma water times volume ng water. No? Cross multiply. So, ito yun. Ito na yung weight ng water natin. So, from here, ang meron na lang tayo is yung N. Ito na lang. No? So, okay na tong gamma water. Okay na siya dito. So, ito na lang. Class, di ba yung volume ng water, di ba saturated tayo? So, yung volume ng void equal sa volume ng water. Okay, wherein yung volume ng water natin dito, class, equal sa N. Di ba? Sa porosity. No? So, therefore, class, pwede na natin yan palitan. No? Na yung mangyayari, okay, ayan. So, yung mangyayari, class, yung volume ng water natin, N na yan. Okay, so ito na yun, class. So, from here, class, we already prove, no, na yung gamma sat equal talaga dito. No, so, this will be the answer for this class. Okay, let's solve sample problem number 3. The unit weight and the water content in the field are found to be 18.55 kilonewton per meter cube and 33% respectively. Determine the specific gravity of the soil solids and the field void ratio. Okay, so in this case, class, i-breakdown natin, no, kung ano yung hinahanap at saka kung ano yung mga given na pwede nating magamit. No, so yung hinahanap dito, class, ay specific gravity ng soil solid, so that is G sub S, and then yung field void ratio or yung E. No, so yung mga given natin dito, class, saturated unit weight ay 18.55 kilonewton per meter cube. Ito yon. And then yung water content natin ay 33%. So yan ay 0.33. So from here, class, kung ang hinahanap natin ay G sub S at saka E, no, so let's say for G sub S muna. So hanap tayo, class, ng relationship na pwede nating magamit yung mga given natin. No, so in this case, for gamma sat, di ba, class, meron tayong formula for gamma sat na involve yung specific gravity tsaka gamma sat. Tapos, pwede nating i-incorporate yung water content. So, ito, class, itong formula na ito. Okay, so this formula, gamma sat is equal to G sub S plus E times gamma water over 1 plus E. So, tingnan natin kung pwede natin siyang magamit. So, in this case, class, yung gamma sat given yan. So, merong value yan. Yung G sub S unknown. Yung E actually unknown din siya. Taba? Tapos yung gamma ng water, ito, ano naman ito, may value ito. No, so this is constant, na ito, class, ay 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So, dalawa yung magiging unknown natin dito, class. Pero, class, ganito, di ba yung E, ayan, pwede rin natin yan i-express in terms of the given na W or water content. Di ba, class, meron tayong relationship na GWES. Naalala mo yung GWES? SE is equal to W times G sub S. No, yun yung GWES na pabaligtad. No? So, class, di ba yung degree of saturation or yung S, saturated yung soil natin dito, class, ha? Kasi saturated unit weight yung given eh. So, yung degree of saturation natin ay 1. So, therefore, yung E equal siya sa, eto, W, no, times GS. G G sub S. Okay? Kasi yung S1 na yan eh. So, therefore, E equal yan sa W times G sub S. Wherein yung W given, 0.33. Tama? So, yung E natin, class, equal pala yan sa 0.33 G sub S. So, class, pwede nating i-substitute ito, no, yung E na to, in terms of G sub S, dito, sa E na to, tsaka ito. So, yung mangyayari, class, the only unknown will be G sub S. Tama? So, substitute natin. So, yung gamma sat natin, class, is 18.55 kilonewton per meter cube. And then, yung G sub S, unknown. Yung E natin, pwede nating palitan in terms of 0.33 G sub S. And then, yung gamma W natin, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. And then, over 1 plus E natin ay 0.33 G sub S. So, the only unknown here, class, is G sub S. So, we can solve for G sub S. No? So, solving for G sub S, so this is 2.68. Okay, the value of G sub S, class, is 2.68. So, class, for specific gravity, na yung gamitin natin dito, class, na significant figures ay tatlo. No? So, 3 significant figures tayo, ha, just to make our computation precise, no? Ayan, medyo maging exact naman yung ano natin, yung computations natin. So, ito na yung sagot, class, for specific gravity. Now, for the remaining unknown, which is void ratio, so meron ng relationship yung void ratio, tsaka yung G sub S, diba? Ito, E is equal to 0.33 G sub S. And na-solve na natin yung G sub S. So, we can just substitute this value to this. No, so, 0.33 times 2.68, class. So, this is 0.884. So, you can try solving all of this in your calculator, ha? Okay, so class, for void ratio, ito rin, for uniformity, no, 3 significant figures, ha, yung ibibigay natin, no, kapag nagko-compute tayo. Okay, to make our computations precise nga, no, medyo exact, para medyo exact naman. And so, this is already the void ratio, class. So, box mo na. Okay. For sample problem number 4, a cylindrical soil sample prepared for laboratory testing has a diameter of 71 millimeter and a height of 142 millimeter and weighs 10.675 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton. If the degree of saturation is 93% and the specific gravity of soil solids is 2.71, determine letter A, void ratio, letter B, water content, letter C, water content under fully saturated condition. So, ito na yung mga hinahanap natin, class, for this problem. So, para mas madali nating masolve itong mga ito, i-breakdown natin, class, yung mga given. Now, for our given, class, so ibinigay, class, yung weight ng soil sample natin, and that is 10.675 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton. So, basically, ito, class, ay total weight. No, weight ng soil solid, weight no, kung may water content man yan. So, basically, meron yan kasi soil sample yan eh. No? So, yan, class, sabi, nakalagay yan sa, kumbaga, sa container na cylindrical. No? So, class, yung mangyayari, no, may binigay, class, sa problem dito na dimension ng cylinder na pinaglagyan ng soil sample natin. No? So, yung volume bali, class, nung soil sample natin, class, pwede natin yun makuha by solving the volume of the container. So, the container, class, is cylindrical. So, pwede natin i-solve yung volume. So, yung formula natin for the volume for cylinder, class, so, napag-aralan mo na yan, class, sa geometry mo or sa solid mensuration mo, class, na yung volume, class, ng cylinder, equal lang yan dun sa area nung parang pinaka-base nung natin, nung cylinder natin, which is a circle. No, so circle 'yon, yung base ng cylinder natin. So yung area nun, 'di ba, pi over 4d squared, no? Or pwede rin pi r squared if in terms of radius. So i-multiply mo lang yun, class, by the height ng cylinder. 'Di ba? Since volume yung hinahanap natin eh, 'di ba? Area ng base times yung height. So, yung area ng base ay pi over 4d squared. Tas yung height, class, yan, given yung mga yan, class. So, yung diameter, class, na given ay 71 millimeter. So, i-substitute lang natin yan dito. So, gawin nating meter, no? So, it will become 0.071 meter. So, pi over 4d squared. So, it will be squared here. Times h. Yung h natin, class, ay 142 millimeter. So, convert lang natin into meter. So, this will become 0.142 meter. So, solving this class, no, so the volume will be 5.6221 times 10 raised to negative 4 meter cube. Okay, so this will now be the volume. Also, class, from the problem, binigay yung degree of saturation, which is 93%. So, yan ay 0.93. And then, yung specific gravity, that is 2.71. So, ngayon, class, to solve this, so unahin natin yung letter A. So, para dun sa letter A, ang hinahanap natin ay void ratio or E. So, class, ano kaya yung pwede nating gamitin na formula na pwede nating magamit yung nasa given? No, void ratio. No, tapos meron tayo ditong weight, meron tayong volume, meron tayong degree of saturation, meron tayong specific gravity. So class, try nating gamitin yung yung gamma. Di ba class, yung gamma, weight over volume yan. Di ba may given tayo na weight, may given tayo na volume. Tama, so pwede nating ma-solve yung gamma. Ito class yung, kumbaga moist unit weight ito, no? Or unit weight. So, pwede natin yan ma-solve. So, solve natin. So, substitute lang natin yung weight, which is ito. Tapos yung volume, which is ito. No, ito, sinubstitute lang natin dito, class. So, yung lalabas dito ay 18.988 kilonewton per meter cube. And, so, from here, class, meron tayong gamma, meron tayong S, meron tayong G sub S. So, class, actually, pwede natin gamitin ito. No? So, ito, class, ay gamma is equal to gamma dry times 1 plus water content, no? Pero ito naman, class, pwede natin gawin, no, na yung gamma dry, express natin to, class, into GS times gamma ng water over 1 plus E. Tama? Tapos, yung water content, actually, pwede natin ito i-express using yung GWES. Tama? Yung GWES. GWES. So, pwede natin itong, from GWES, tingnan mo, no? So, from GWES, class, pwede natin gawin na yung W ay S times E over G sub S. Wherein ang hinahanap natin E, yung S given. Yung G sub S given. Tama? So, pwede natin yun palitan dito. No, yung W, ito na yun. So, class, i-substitute na natin yung mga nakuha natin dito. Yung unit weight natin, class, ito, 18.988. So, substitute natin dito. Tapos yung G sub S natin, 2.71. Gamma water, yan ay constant na, class, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. And then 1 plus, tas E class, ang E natin, class, ay unknown. Okay, times 1 plus 0.93. Ito na yun, class, dito galing. So yung W natin, S, 0.93 times E, yan ay unknown, over specific gravity, which is 2.71. So the only unknown here, class, is E. Okay, E yung unknown natin. So, solving for E, so you can use your calculator. No? So, class, solving for E, ang lalabas dito ay 0.770. No? So, you can try that in your calculator. So, try natin. 18.988 equal to 2.71 times 9.81 over 1. Unknown yung E. Then, 1 plus 0.93 over E, 2.71. So, pwede naman natin ito i-shift solve. So, try natin i-shift solve. And so, yung lalabas talaga, class, ay 0.770. So, at least, ano tayo dito, ha? 3 significant figures tayo, class, sa pagsasolve natin. So, ito na, class, yung sagot sa letter A, which is void ratio. Now, for the water content, no, so actually, pwede na natin to gamitin para ma-solve natin to water content. Kasi na-solve na natin yung E. So, solving for water content, class, so that will be 0.93 times E, which is 0.770 over 2.71. So, yung W natin or water content is 0.264. So, dito rin, class, sa water content, ha, at least 3 significant figures tayo kapag nagsasolve. Okay. So, yung mangyayari, class, in percentage, yan ay 26.4%. So, ito na yung sagot, class, sa letter B. Ito yung water content. Now, for letter C, ang tanong dito, class, ay water content under fully saturated condition. So, class, kung under fully saturated condition, yung S natin dito, class, or yung degree of saturation natin is already 1. Tama? So, yung mangyayari, class, pwede natin gamitin yung GWES ulit. No? So, pwede natin yung gamitin. Yung S, automatic 1 na. So, kung ang isosolve natin, class, ay ito, yung W sat, so ito, class, ay equal sa E over G sub S. So, itong S na to, 1 na to. Kasi fully saturated na siya dito, class, eh. So, yung E na na-solve natin, yan pa rin yun. Okay, tas yung specific gravity, yan pa din yun, di yan magbabago. Okay, so this will become 0.770 over 2.71. Okay, so solving for the water content class under fully saturated condition. So this is 0.284. No? So pwede mo ring i-percentage yan. So 28.4% pwede rin. No? So this is already the answer. Okay. Okay, for sample problem number 5, in its natural state, a moist soil has a volume of 9.34 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter cube and weighs 177.6 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton. The oven-dried weight of the soil is 153.6 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton. If G sub S equal to 2.67, calculate letter A moisture content, letter B moist unit weight, letter C, dry unit weight. Letter D, void ratio. Letter E, porosity. And letter F, degree of saturation. Okay, so for this problem class, let's list down all the given. Okay, so class, the weight of the moist soil is given here. Right? So the moist soil class is 177.6 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton. Ito yun. And also the volume. No? So basically, this is the total weight. No, so since this is moist soil, no, and then the volume class, that is the total volume, which is equal to 9.34 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter cube. And also class, the oven dried weight of the soil class is also given. So this is the weight of the soil, no, the oven dried weight, no, so that is the weight of the soil. So that is 153.6 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton. So obviously, dapat class yung weight nung soil solid, mas maliit siya, it is less than doon sa total weight. Tama? Kasi ito wala ng water to eh, wala ng water content. No, yung dry. Okay, anyway, so class, the specific gravity is also given. Okay, so the first one that we have to solve is moisture content. So class, moisture content, di ba class, ang formula natin for this is weight of water over weight of soil particle. Okay, or the soil solid. So, in this case, class, the weight of the soil solid, that is given. Ito. Yung weight ng water, class, actually, pwede natin siyang masolve. Kasi meron tayong total weight dito. Take note, class, na yung total weight, yan ay weight ng soil solid plus weight ng water. Okay? So, meron din tayo ditong weight ng soil solid. So, pwede natin siyang ma-solve, class, no? Yung water content or moisture content. So, yung formula natin, class, is weight minus weight ng soil solid over weight ng soil solid. So, itong weight minus weight ng soil solid, ito, class, ay weight ng water. Tama? Okay, so substitute natin, class, yung mga given natin. So, 177.6 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton minus the weight of the soil solid, which is 153.6 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilonewton over the weight of the soil solid, which is the same lang. Ito din yan. Okay, so solving this, class, the water content is 0.156. No? So, in the problem, class, percentage yung hinahanap. So, gawin nating percentage. So, the water content, class, is 15.6%. So, this is already the answer for letter A. For letter B, that is moist unit weight. So, for the moist unit weight, class, ano bang mga formula na pwede natin gamitin? So, actually, pwede natin gamitin directly yung weight over volume. Tama, yung total weight over total volume for moist unit weight. So, this is just simply the given weight, which is ito. And then yung volume natin, which is this. So, we can directly solve for the moist unit weight, which is 19.015 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay, so this is already the answer for letter B. Now, for letter C, this is dry unit weight. So, for dry unit weight, our formula, class, is weight of the soil solid over the total volume, right? So, in this case, meron tayong weight ng soil solid, meron din tayong total volume. So, we can directly solve this for gamma dry. So, that is just the weight of the soil solid, which is ito. And then, the total volume, class, ay ito. Okay, so in this case, class, the gamma dry is 16.445 kilonewton per meter cube. So, obviously, class, dapat yung gamma dry less than ito, class, doon sa moist unit weight. Diba? Kasi ito, wala ng water dito eh. Mas magaan na ito. Tama. Okay. Anyway. So, class, for letter D, ang tinatanong is void ratio. So, to solve for the void ratio, no, tingnan natin class kung ano yung mga pwede nating magamit dito. Class, meron tayong gamma dry. Tama? Meron tayong gamma dry. Meron din tayong specific gravity. No? Tapos class, ang hinahanap is E. So class, pwede natin gamitin yung formula natin for dry unit weight, no, in terms of specific gravity at saka void ratio, tama. So pwede natin ito gamitin class. Okay, so yung gamma dry, meron na tayo niyan, ito yon. Tapos yung G sub S given. Tapos gamma ng water constant na yan, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. And then yung E yung hinahanap. So we can solve this class. So substitute natin yung gamma dry, which is 16.445 kilonewton per meter cube here. And then G sub S is 2.67. And then gamma water, that is 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube over 1 plus E. So E is the unknown. So we can solve that class. You can use your calculator to solve this. Okay, so you can solve this manually naman, no? Pero para mas mapadali lang, pwede rin naman natin gamitan ng calculator. Okay, so solving for E class, so the value is 0.593. So again class, 3 significant figures tayo ha, kapag void ratio, kapag water content, at least 3 significant figures. Even degree of saturation, ganyan. No? So 3 significant figures tayo ha. So this is already the answer class for void ratio. Now, for porosity, that is for letter E. So we can actually solve porosity using the value that we solve for void ratio. Diba? Merong relationship class ang porosity at saka void ratio. So we can use that. No? So we can use N is equal to E over 1 plus E. Or pwede rin naman class yung E is equal to, tama ba yun? N over 1 minus N ata yun, no? So, if I'm not mistaken. Pero, eto, pwede natin ito gamitin class. Yung N is equal to E over 1 plus E. So, we just substitute the value of void ratio that we solved from letter D. No? Substitute lang natin. And we can solve for N. So, solving for N, this is just 0.372. Now, for the degree of saturation class for letter F. So, actually, class, pwede natin gamitin dito. Ang degree of saturation kasi, ang formula natin dito ay volume ng water over volume ng voids, no? Tama, over volume ng voids. Volume of water over volume of voids, no? So yun yung degree of saturation natin. Kaya lang wala naman tayo ditong mga given na mga volume, no? Volume ng water wala naman, volume ng voids wala naman. So mahirapan pa tayo kapag yun yung ginamit natin. So pwede natin gamitin dito class yung GWES. 'Di ba? GWES, meron tayong G, meron tayong W, meron tayong E, 'di ba? Therefore we can solve for S. So ito yun class. So from GWES, ito ay equals sa W times G sub S over E. So yung W class ay 0.156. Yung GS natin, ito yon 2.67. And then yung E natin, ito. Okay, so solving for degree of saturation, this is 0.702. Or class percentage yung hinahanap dito. Oh. So pwede mo siyang gawing 70.2%. So this is already the answer class for letter F. Let's now solve sample problem number 6. The mass of a moist soil sample collected from the field is 465 grams. And its oven dry mass is 405.76 grams. The specific gravity of the soil solids was determined in the laboratory to be 2.68. If the void ratio of the soil in the natural state is 0.83, find the following. Letter A, the moist density of the soil in the field. Letter B, the dry density of the soil in the field. Letter C, the mass of water in kilograms to be added per cubic meter of soil in the field for saturation. So let's break down here the given. So our given here class, meron tayong mass ng moist soil which is 465 grams. So that will be the total mass, no? And then meron din tayo class oven dry na mass. So ito class ay mass na lang ng soil solid since dry na siya, no? 405.76 grams. Now, specific gravity is also given, and this happened to be 2.68. Okay, and then we also have void ratio, which is 0.83. So the first one that we need to solve, class, is yung moist density, no, of the soil. So class, moist density. Ayan. So class, di ba sa moist density, ano ba yung mga formula na pwede nating gamitin doon? Di ba meron tayong moist density class in terms of water content, tama? Water content at saka density. So, kung yun yung gagamitin natin, kailangan natin ng water content. Now, in this case, class, pwede naman nating ma-solve yung water content kasi meron tayo nito, oh. Meron tayong mass nung total mass ng soil, tapos mass ng soil solid. So, kung isosolve natin, class, yung water content, ito yun. Tama, mass ng water over mass ng soil solid. So, yung mass ng water, class, it will just be total mass, which is 465, minus mass ng soil solid, which is 405.76. Over yung mass ng soil solid, which is 405.56. No? So, yung water content ay 0.146. Okay, so from here, class, di ba, ito na yun, no? Ito yung binabanggit ko kanina, class, ng pag-solve ng moist unit weight. So, ito class, no, yung G sub S times rho times W over 1 plus E. Yan yung density. Diba? Density yan, dry density. This is dry density, right? No, so, dry density times 1 plus W equals siya dun sa moist unit weight. Tama? So, ito class ay formula na natin. So, class, meron na tayong water content na solve na natin. Meron tayong given na G sub S din. Tapos yung rho ng water naman, ano na yan? Constant na yan. Yan ay 1,000 kilogram per meter cube. Tama? So, i-substitute na natin, class, yung mga pwede natin i-substitute. Ayan. So, for moist density, class, equal yan sa 1 plus water content, which is ito. 0.146. Tapos yung G sub S, 2.68. Ayun. And then, 1,000 kg per meter cube, class, yung gamma or yung raw water natin over 1 plus E. Ayan. So, mga unitless naman itong mga ito, no? Yung 0.146, yung water content, unitless naman yan. 2.68, unitless din yan, yung specific gravity. Yung void ratio, unitless din naman yan. No? So, okay lang kahit na ito na mismo, yung 1,000 kg per meter cube. No? So, yung magiging sagot natin dito, class, ay kilogram per meter cube. No? So, solving for this, class, the moist density, therefore, is 1,678.30 kilogram per meter cube. So, let's input that in our calculator. So, i-check ko lang, ha? So, 1 plus 0.146 times 2.68 times 1,000 over 1 plus 0.83. So, yan, class, ay 1,678.30 no? Kilogram per meter cube. So, this is already the moist density of the soil. For letter B, we are asked to solve here the dry density. Okay, so for the dry density, class, so since meron na tayong moist density, class, di ba? Ito, pwede natin to gamitin, oh. Di ba ito yung dry density? Tama, ito, oh, G sub S times rho times or rho ng water over 1 plus E. Diba? Yun yung density dry, diba? So, pwede natin yun gamitin, class. So, meron tayong G sub S, meron tayong E, tama? Meron din tayong rho ng water. So, pwede natin directly ma-solve pala. Okay, so for the dry density, class, that is 2.68 times 1,000 kg per meter cube over 1 plus yung E natin, 0.83. So, the gamma dry, class, is let's try to check this sa calculator lang. So, ito, class, ay 1,464.48 kilogram per meter cube. So, obviously, class, dapat less than ito, ha, kesa dun sa moist. No? Ayan. Yung dry, dapat less yan sa moist. Okay. Anyway, for letter C, class, the question is the mass of water to be added per cubic meter of soil in the field for saturation. Yung soil kasi natin dito, class, moist. Diba? So, yung tinatanong dito, kung gaano kadami yung water, yung mass ng water, so that is kilogram per cubic meter. Kilogram per cubic meter, class. Gaano kadami daw, class, yung kilogram per meter cube ng tubig na kailangan nating idagdag dun sa moist soil natin para maging saturated siya. Okay, so basically para ma-solve natin yun, class, no, kailangan natin dito, class, yung saturated. No, kailangan muna natin, class, kunin yung density ng soil kapag saturated. Diba? Kasi yung density ng soil natin, or, ito yon yung moist density niya, Na-solve natin yun, di ba? Ito, yung moist density. So, kunin natin class yung saturated. Di ba? Kasi, yung tubig class na kilogram per meter cube na idadagdag natin, no, makukuha natin yun kapag sinubtract natin class yung saturated na soil, no, kapag sinubtract natin to dito sa moist na soil. So, makukuha natin yung kailangan pang idagdag na tubig in kilogram per meter cube. So, kunin natin class yung saturated density. So, ito class yung formula natin for saturated density. So, meron naman tayong G sub S na 2.68. Yung E, meron din tayo yan. So, 0.83. Yung rho W, meron din tayo yan. Ito yan. Yung E, ito na yan. So, solving for rho sat, no? Or saturated density class. This is 1,000. Try natin i-check sa calculator, ha? 2.68 plus 0.83 times 1,000 over 1 plus 0.83. So, ito class ay 1,918.03. Ayan. So, class, isusubtract natin to ngayon dito sa nakuha natin na moist. Okay? Okay, sige. So, pag sinubtract natin yan, class, yun yung mass of water to be added in kilogram per meter cube. So, yung saturated, ito. And then, yung moist, ito. Okay, so therefore, class, kapag sinubtract natin yan, 1918, actually, may 0.03 pa yon, minus 16, 78.30. So, this is 239.73 kilogram per meter cube. So, this is the mass of water class per cubic meter na kailangan nating idagdag doon sa may, ito, no, yung soil natin, yung soil sample natin, no, para maging saturated siya. Okay, so this is 239.73 kilogram per meter cube. So this is already the answer for this problem. For sample problem number 7, the moist weight of 2.83 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter cube of soil is 55 Newton. If the moisture content is 14% and the specific gravity of soil solids is 2.71, determine the following. Letter A, moist unit weight. Letter B, dry unit weight. Letter C, void ratio. Letter D, porosity. Letter E, degree of saturation. Letter F, volume occupied by water. Okay, so class, let's break down here all of the given. So, class, it's mentioned in the problem, the moist weight of 2.83 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter cube. So, this is the volume of the moist, moist soil natin, no? So, the volume is 2.83 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter cube. And then, the weight class of the moist soil natin, 55 Newton. Okay, so, basically, class, ito yung total weight, ito yung total volume, since moist ito, ha? Okay, and then yung moisture content natin, class, 14%, ha, 0.14. Specific gravity natin, 2.71. Okay, so from here, class, we're going to solve letter A, moist unit weight. So, para dun sa moist unit weight, di ba, class, meron naman na tayong formula for moist unit weight na total weight over total volume. Given na mismo yun, class, yung total weight tsaka total volume. So, therefore, we can directly solve the moist unit weight. So, this will be 55 Newton over 2.83 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter cube. So, the moist unit weight, class, is 19,434.63 Newton per meter cube. So, Newton, class, yung unit dito, ha? So, always check the unit, no, and be consistent with it. Okay, so this is already the gamma dry. So, pwede rin natin siyang gawing kilonewton. So, divide natin by 1,000, no? So, this will become 19.434 kilonewton per meter cube. Now, for the dry unit weight, okay, so for the dry unit weight, class, meron tayong unit weight dito, or moist unit weight, tapos meron tayong water content. Di ba may formula tayo, class, na related yung gamma dry at saka yung moist unit weight, no? So, at saka water content, no? So, ito yon, no? Di ba may ganito na tayong formula, class? So, gamma dry is equal to gamma over 1 plus water content. So, meron na tayong moist unit weight, which is ito, tas water content, ito. So, we can directly solve for gamma dry. So, gamma dry is equal to 19.434 kilonewton per meter cube over 1 plus yung water content natin ay 0.14. So, unitless yung water content. So, yung magiging unit lang din natin dito ay kilonewton per meter cube. So, this is 17.047 kilonewton per meter cube. So, 19.44. Check ko lang sa calculator. Yeah, that is right. Okay. So, yan class, no, yung gamma dry natin. So, ito dapat less than ito ha, kesa dun sa moist. Okay, so for letter C, we're going to solve for void ratio. So, for void ratio, ano bang pwede natin gamitin dito? Yung guess din natin pwedeng gamitin kasi wala naman tayong degree of saturation na given. No? So, gamma dry. Di ba class, gamma dry, merong relationship yan in terms of G sub S, tapos gamma water, tapos E. No? So, yung E yung hinahanap. So, pwede natin gamitin yun, class. Ito. So, meron tayong gamma dry, meron tayong G sub S, water, yung gamma ng water. So, meron naman yan. Yung E, yun yung hinahanap. So, pwede, class. So, gamma dry is 17.047 kilonewton per meter cube. Is equal to, yung G sub S, 2.71. Ito yun. And then, yung gamma ng water, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Constant yan. Over 1 plus E. So, E yung hinahanap. So, try natin isolve. 17.047 is equal to 2.71 times 9.81, 1 plus E. So, solving for the void ratio, this is 0.560 na ito, no? 0.560. So, this is already the answer for void ratio. Now, for porosity, sa letter D, so class, may relationship naman yan, yung porosity at saka void ratio. So, that is N is equal to E over 1 plus E. So, yung E natin, ito na, na-solve na. Okay, so we can directly solve for N. So, that is 5.6 over 1 plus 0. That is 0.359. Okay, so that's already the answer. Now, for the degree of saturation class, so meron na tayong G, meron tayong W. May W ba tayo? Ito, given. Meron tayong E. So, pwede natin ma-solve yung S using GWES. No, ito yung GWES. No, so, S, yan yung hinahanap. E, 0.560. W, 0.14. G sub S, 2.71. So, solving for S, ito class ay 0.6775. No, so, pwede ring in percent yan. Yan ay 67.75%. So, this is already the answer half for letter E. So, hindi siya na-box ata dito. Pero yan ay sagot for letter E. Now, for letter F, this is the volume occupied by water. So, this is the volume of the water. No, nung nung sample natin. So, saan ba natin to pwedeng makuha? Class, di ba, yung volume ng water, kasama siya sa formula for, sa porosity ba yon? Hindi. Volume ng void over total volume, yun yung porosity. Sa, class, sa degree of saturation, di ba, volume of water yun, over, yun yung degree of saturation class? Volume ng water over total volume. No, kaya lang, wala tayong total, may total volume pala tayo. Ito, oh. No? Ay, hindi, volume pala ng void. Yung sa degree of saturation. Volume ng water over volume ng void. So, dito naman class, sa porosity, ito ay volume ng void over volume. No, so doon natin pwedeng makuha class doon sa degree of saturation yung volume ng water, Kasi yun volume ng water over total volume. So kunin or volume ng void rather. Ayan, sorry, mali. And ulitin ko, yung degree of saturation, volume ng void over volume ng baliktad. Ulit, last na. Ang degree of saturation, volume ng water over volume ng void. Ayun, okay na yun. Volume ng water over volume ng void. So, yung volume ng void class, actually, pwede natin siya makuha dito. Tama, kasi may porosity naman tayo. May total volume din tayo dito. Tama, so pwede natin makuha yung volume ng void. So, solving for the volume of void, that is 0.001016 meter cube. So, pwede natin to gamitin. Actually, hindi dapat nakabox yan. Na ang nakabox dapat ito. So, napunta dyan yung box. Anyway, so, class, from the degree of saturation, volume of water over volume ng void. Okay, so yung volume ng void natin, it's already this value. No, tapos yung saturation natin, degree of saturation, ito, nakuha natin dito. So, pwede na natin makuha yung volume ng water. So, yung volume ng water class ay 0.0000688 meter cube. So, this is already the answer for this. Okay, so itong box pala na to dito yung class ha sa degree of saturation. Okay. For sample problem number 8, a soil sample has a dry unit weight of 17.1 kilonewton per meter cube, a void ratio of 0.52, and water content of 12.5%. Determine the following: specific gravity, submerged unit weight of soil, and dry unit weight at zero air voids. Okay, so for our given here class, so the dry unit weight is 17.1 kilonewton per meter cube, yun yung gamma dry. And then the void ratio is 0.52. And then the water content is 12.5%, no? So that will be 0.125. Okay, so the first one that we're going to solve is specific gravity of soil. So yung specific gravity, so saan ba natin yun pwedeng makuha? So, may gamma dry tayo. Meron tayong E. So, actually, pwede natin gamitin yung formula for gamma dry, which is G sub S times gamma water over 1 plus E. No? So, wherein ang unknown na gusto natin makuha is yung specific gravity. So, pwede yan. So, gamma dry natin, 17.1 kilonewton per meter cube. Yung G sub S natin, yan yung unknown. And then, yung gamma ng water, constant yan, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Over 1 plus, yung E natin ay 0.52. So, solving for G sub S class, pwede mo yan isolve sa calculator. Pero pwede mo rin naman isolve yan manually. Good trip mo. Ayan. So, yan ay 2.65. Ayan. So, this is the answer for letter A. The specific gravity of the soil solid is 2.65. For letter B, the submerged unit weight of soil. So, class, we already we discussed this, no, in our discussion for the concept, no, for this topic. So, class, the submerged unit weight of soil, this is the unit weight of the soil kapag nakalubog siya, kapag submerged siya sa tubig. So, yung formula natin dito, class, so denoted yan by gamma prime, yung submerged unit weight, or pwede rin yan na effective unit weight, or pwede rin yan na buoyant unit weight. So, pare-pareho lang yan. So, sila class ay denoted by gamma prime. So, ang formula natin ay gamma sat minus gamma ng water. So, yung gamma sat natin class, kailangan muna nating isolve. So, para sa gamma sat, so pwede natin gamitin tong formula na to. Since may G sub S tayo, ito, nakuha na natin. Mayroon tayong E. No? So, pwede natin makuha class, yung gamma sat. So, G sub S, 2.65. E, ito, 0.52. 9.81 yung gamma ng water, yung E 0.52. So, solving for gamma sat class, this is 20.459 kilonewton per meter cube. So, ito class, obviously dapat mas mabigat ito class ha. It should be greater than dun sa dry. Ito kasi yung dry eh. No? So, tama, medyo tama naman yan. Masabi mong tama, no? Kasi mas malaki yung value niya, no? So, ito class yung saturated natin. So, isusubtract lang natin from here, class, yung gamma ng water, which is 9.81. No? So, yung magiging submerged unit weight natin, class, ay gamma sat, which is ito yun, minus yung gamma water, which is 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So, the effective or submerged unit weight of soil class is 10.649 kilonewton per meter cube. So, this is already the answer for letter B. Now, for letter C, this is the dry unit weight at zero air void. So, we already derive, no, yung formula natin for unit weight for zero air voids, no. Ayan. So, ito yung class. Ito ay G sub S. Meron naman tayo niyan. Ito, gamma water, meron tayo niyan. Water content, given yan. Tapos G sub S, meron naman tayo. So, substitute lang natin class yung mga meron tayong mga values dyan. So, yung G sub S natin, ito na yun. Ito, 9.81. Yung W, ito, 0.125. GS, yun ulit, 2.65. So, solving for the zero air void unit weight class, so this is equal to 19.528 kilonewton per meter cube. And, so, kung mapapansin mo class, itong zero air void, ano ito ha, less than ito sa gamma sat. Kasi dito sa gamma sat class, yung kinoconsider natin dito is total weight ng soil, tas total volume. Dito naman class sa dry unit weight at zero air voids, ang kinoconsider lang natin na weight dito is yung weight ng soil solid, no, over the total volume, no. Kaya ano siya, kumbaga nawala dito class yung water din. No? Hindi natin consider yung weight ng water. No? Kaya less than siya dito sa gamma sat. Ayan. So, yan na class yung mga sagot para dito sa number 8. Okay. The discussion ends here. Aral mabuti, class!